Got my harness lines in position 6. Interesting, I went back and found a document about ideal harness line position, and that was by Guy Cribb in 2004. So I posted a link, or I'll post a link to it in this video as well. Posted it to my harness line position video, but I'm probably one position back from where he suggests the ideal position is. So I think position 5 would be where he'd suggest. I've got position 6. Okay, I'm checking out where my harness line positions are compared to where Guy Cribb was saying they should be to get that sweet spot. I've got my 3 different booms, one set to 200, another to 190, another to 180. Just so happens to be in the settings that they were. Got my harness lines where they were. Interestingly, they're all pretty similar, even though the back of the booms, the length of the booms are different. So you'd think that the smaller booms, they'd be just slightly further forward. They'd be getting further forward, but they're not really at all. These ones might be a bit further forward than the other two, but the middle one's certainly not further back. I've got a bit of elastic, which I've set up with a black mark at 1/3, same as what Guy Cribb was saying. So that's 1/3 of the distance, and I've got a screwdriver there in the extension, and I can put this through. That's pretty much it. If I put my finger where the black mark is and move it across to that position on the boom, just letting it go to where it would naturally want to sit, it'd be position 6 on the red mark, probably just a fraction back, but position 6. So I can sort of manipulate that, move it forward or back, if I just bring it across to position 6. So with Guy saying that the back harness line should be at that position, I'm about 5 centimetres further back from where he's suggesting. So if I had my harness lines forward 1 notch in position 5, it'd be spot on to what Guy's suggesting. Right, if I then take that off and put it on the next setting, I'll move that up, and I'll clip this onto the other one. I think this is near enough way of doing it. And then that red black mark 1/3 of the way is there, which would be pretty much on position 5 red marker, and just overlapping with my front harness line. So the front harness line is probably where my back harness line should be for that boom, based on that. So I've got those harness lines back quite a long way. I'd say, yeah, front harness line is just in front of where that position would be. Back harness line quite a lot further back. So if I put that now into the top one, pull that tight, and then I pull that over just to where it wants to sit. I'm between position 4 and 5, a bit closer to position 4. So I'm, certainly well behind now the front harness line where that position would be. So interesting, I think based on that I should be having my harness lines a bit further forward on all of them, but certainly more forward on the smaller booms. Not that I'm about to change any of that, but interesting to see where they go. One other quick measurement that I thought I'd take, just looking at the positions on the booms where the increments are, they're a bit different. So if I go from inside of the boom head there to the point on the top boom, I would say that's 440 mil, and if I do the same here, it's 445, and if I do the same here, it's 430. So there is a bit of difference there, and the gap between them is about 4.9, 5 centimetres. Okay, we're looking at it for the 3 different booms. I think if I look at my position and the distance from the front, I'm about 720, my back harness line from the front of the boom to the boom length of 1825. So I'm in position 6, but I'm about 39% from the front. Guy Cribb, the sweet spot with the elastic would be 608, 33%, so I should be in position 3.5. So quite a big difference, about 6% further back than what Guy Cribb would be suggesting. With my other boom, same, so I'm 39% from the front. I'm in position 6, but I should be in position 4. And for the bigger boom, it was 200 centimeters, but the actual elastic, when I stretched it, 2030 mil. Position from the front should be 725, or sorry, my position is 725, but it should be 677. So I'm about 36% versus 33% suggested, so not too far out there. I'm one position out though, so instead of position 6, I should be position 5. For the bigger boom, for the in-between boom, instead of position 6, I should be position 4. For the smaller boom, instead of position 6 where I had them, I should be position 3.5. So quite a bit of difference. I'm keen to just have a look now when I next go sailing how it feels when I bring them forward a bit on the smaller booms. I think I could bring it forward a little bit on the bigger boom. Not that I necessarily will, but yeah, they're the suggested spots. All continuing to be quite interesting looking at all of this.